We focus on history, culture, religion, art, social, and philosophy of Nusantara.
Here, in the presence of Nusantara, we were made to be forgotten about the goodness of ourselves. Because negativity seems to be more interesting for us. Now, I'm Sutoyo Raharto and friends, assist you, to remind you, to awaken you that we still can find the gems of Nusantara. They are the great sights of Nusantara. Julia Kotuleva, lion and cat. Cat or lion?
Yes.
A model and entrepreneur, and yeah, you are Indonesian, not Uzbek enough.
No, I'm Indonesian citizen. I like home.
Interesting. You said you wrote Paradise located in Indonesia. How did you find this paradise actually, Julia?
I cannot say that I directly discovered Indonesia as a paradise when I arrived here. More than that, first 2-3 years was not easy for me at all because I saw Jakarta as very dark, kind of like a Batman city. It was a bit shocking, you know. It was very dark, traffic, the poor people on the street. So at first it was a more nightmare for me. First 2 years was not easy at all. I love people right away, but as the city and me as someone who loved the nature, first years was not easy. But of course I knew that there is some beautiful places around. So when I start discovering those places, it's take away my heart.
But when did you notice Indonesian word? Yeah.
I didn't, honestly speaking, I didn't know. My agency sent me here. At first I fly to Thailand and then they suggest me to try Indonesia. But of course, I read like about Kalimantan, for example. I know since I'm 5 years old because my father gave me geographical book, and I'm absolutely fell in love with the Kalimantan, that with all the tribes, the orangutans, the jungle. So that actually keep me those first years that okay, one day I'm gonna start visiting these places.
Oh, 5 years old. So
First 2 years, yeah.
first
Yeah.
2 years. So well, that book is from
I
Indonesia.
get when I was around 5 years, around
Yeah.
5-6 years old from my father. Yeah.
Is it a book about Indonesia, about
Yes,
Kalimantan, or
it was more about Kalimantan. So actually, I didn't even know that Kalimantan is the part of Indonesia. So it was a huge discovery and surprise for me when I arrived.
but
The book was quite old, so it was published. I don't know which year
oh, okay,
now,
okay.
of course, but it's probably was an old book.
So maybe when Soviet and Indonesia in the beginning. Wow. So what was your first culture shock in this paradise?
Okay, let me remember first one because shock is never ending in Indonesia. As we know, it's all mixed and contain everything like basically things you wouldn't think can be ever live together. Yeah, I mean, for example, like Java, people saw Muslim by religion, but same time they still have these traditional beliefs. Like Putri Kidul, and I mean the country which can able to keep the kings, but still be a republic is something amazingly unique. Which, by the way, I love. I think if countries would keep it as the balance, the world would be much more happier.
So, which part of Uzbekistan you come from?
I came from capital city, Tashkent.
Tashkent. Okay, okay. And how did you compare Tashkent and Jakarta?
I'm a person, I don't really like to compare, actually. Yeah, I just take it as a different colors. But if we're talking, I'm a Russian by blood, so all my family come from Russia. So basically, I born in Soviet Union. So it was one country, and then on 91, when Soviet Union break down, we left in Uzbekistan, and I felt I grew up as a stranger. I don't want to hurt Uzbek. I love this country, but it was not easy first 10 years after Soviet Union, at least, yeah, because all the anger for Russians came out. So I never felt like home. And same time when we were visiting Russia, in Russia we were Uzbek. Indonesians, everyone directly kind of welcomed me like home, you know? When actually I'm totally different look, different language, different culture, but people so easily appreciate you. I decided, okay, this is going to be my home. Since I'm not Russian, not Uzbek, I'm going to be Indonesian.
So it's like Chinese Indonesian, huh? If when we go back to
In some
China,
point, I
they
guess,
don't
yes.
recognize us as Chinese. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, it happens everywhere in the world, huh?
Of course,
Yeah.
but of course, we personally differently. I mean, as a young girl, teenager, to receive that hate, you know, like even now when you see the conflict, for example, Russia and Ukraine, is something very weird for me because I have family members in Russia, I have my family members in Ukraine, I have family members in Uzbekistan. So for me, this still one country, basically.
Yeah. It's like I have family in mainland China. I have family in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I always say, you know, by the end of the day, we live on one planet. So we can fight and argue whatever we can do, but we cannot run farther than planet Earth. Not yet, at least.
Not yet, at least. Once you wrote wanita Indonesia yang tampil penuh keanggunan dan hikayat budi pekerti. Ketimuran menginspirasi bagian keempat dari pagelaran fashion show and bla 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 about batik. Ya. Nah, bagaimana Anda mengenal karakter wanita Indonesia awalnya? Ya? Apakah Anda sudah memiliki karakter Indonesia sekarang ini? Silakan.
I always trying to keep myself neutral. But what I like a lot about Indonesian women, if I'm looking Russian, they're more feminine. They form feminine, they more ladylike, you know. Our woman more strong and more kind of lose this touch of the queen, let's say.
Yeah.
When we're talking about this culture like kabaya, batik, I think it's something which affects you not only by the outside look, but also internally. It gives you that princess, queen feeling, and it's make woman any age look expensive, you know, valuable. So,
but do you already have the value of Indonesian woman, though? The character?
Inside me, you mean?
Yes, inside you.
Okay. Probably it would be easier to answer someone who can see me from the side than me myself. But definitely, Indonesia affect me that I get more calm, you know, I guess more relaxed, more, I think so. Yeah, it's give me some feminine effect, probably.
Santai.
If I'm thinking now, I mean, the flashlights coming, yes. Softness, yeah?
Softness, santai ya.
Yeah.
Oke. Nah, 12 Maret semua berubah. Cancel. Perubahan itu sampai sekarang masih ada ya. Waktu Anda stres, apakah ada rasa menyesal tinggal di Indonesia? Apakah ada keinginan balik ke Uzbekistan?
Nggak ada inginan untuk balik ke Uzbekistan. And actually opposite, I was appreciating that I was in Indonesia.
Oh, wow.
In some point, of course, if we're talking about the work and that part of life when you lose everything in one day and you don't know what's gonna be after. But since, as I said, I feel like I'm in home, so I was so thankful that I didn't stuck in any country, that I was actually here in Indonesia, because I understand that whatever happened, Indonesian people very soft heart. So it's wouldn't get that conflicted like in other countries. In Uzbekistan, as I know from mine, during that pandemic time, it was very strict, police going, there is some criminals trying to show up. Government is quite strong, but yeah, I was kind of thankful that I was in Indonesia.
You were thankful.
Yeah. I think on the point that I feel home, okay, no one gonna kick me anywhere, at least from the country. I know that there will be always people who can help you, so obviously you're not gonna die from hunger. Yeah, I was very thankful that I'm in Indonesia.
Wow. But basically, Julia, when you feel, you feel home here, of course, but when you were in Russia, you were in Uzbekistan, have you been to China then?
No,
No, okay.
fortunately, but
I cannot. You feel the softness here, huh?
for example, when I was waiting for my Indonesian citizen, which took like almost 7 years, so for 7 years I was able to travel only around Indonesia. So my first overseas tour was to Moscow, and I was got culture shock. I was get so sensitive. I want to cry, like, I don't know, every 20 minutes. I felt like everyone angry to me. Of course, after some time, I realized nobody angry to you. It's just the way they talk. But me already with this, I couldn't understand, like, why are you so mad? Like, why are you so hurry up? Like, relax. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I know how it feels.
Uzbek, of course, it's still softer since it's kind of like a Mediterranean culture. But I feel a guest there. Yeah, I feel home in here more.
You feel home here. But who is the person who make you feel home? The society, or is there any specific group of people, or what?
No,
Who?
society
Society.
in general. I mean, even if we talk modeling, I never felt any jealousy, for example. I don't know, maybe even there, I didn't feel anything like, and in model world, when I work in other countries, for example, you feel everyone kind of grouping, you know, they separate. In here, we always help each other. We always stand for each other. We always, like, you feeling like we all working together all the time. So yeah,
Wow.
that's how you feel family, right? That you know that there is people next to you and they're gonna cheer you up. They're gonna give your hand when you need it. So that's exactly what. Okay.
But have you ever had bad experience though?
I don't know what you can call bad.
You
Of course, for example, like we're talking about the jump karet, yeah? But that is, I don't like. Until now, I cannot used to it. Yeah, but yeah, I'm one meeting late, it means everything is getting late. And me personally, I don't like to be late. Yeah, so I can take it as bad. But if I'm looking, I prefer to look some bright all the time. So maybe drivers can be very slow and someone can get mad. But because of the driver slow, I feel more safe in the car. So I know even if we hit something, I'm not gonna die.
okay.
So I'm trying to see always the bright side.
The bright side. Okay. Nah, yeah, in one media, I read kalau aku sudah tua, aku ingin tinggal dan hidup di Jogja. Ya. That's what you said a couple years ago, 2017, I think. Nah, apakah pikiran ini sudah berubah dan mengapa Jogja?
No, Jogja, saya cinta sama Jogja sampai sekarang. Saya lumayan sering ke sana. Apalagi kalau saya overload, stress, ya, it's my favorite place to go, Jogja. Tapi kalau kita ngobrol dengan waktu saya tua, saat ini mungkin saya lebih mau travel and do something which maybe I'm not there to do right now, since I still have many things to achieve, like take some risk. So yeah, in that point, it's change. But I love to go Jogja. I mean, it's my meditation center, let's say.
It's your meditation center. The whole Jogja is your meditation center.
Yes, I love to be in the city. I love to just drink coffee in the middle of the city. I love to go some like cave. I went everywhere, temples. I like everything about that. I love the story of Putri Kidul, for example.
Okay.
Believe in it.
You believe in it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. This sentence is very, very interesting. I believe in it. I believe in her, Putri Kidul. Yeah, I know that Soviet people do not believe in that superstitious things. Same like in China, everybody say, "Oh, I don't believe it." But how could you believe it? How could you have this kind of belief when you had no background of believing in superstition, in spiritual life? Yeah.
I think first of all, it's something according to how I feel in each place. Because Jogja, I can just talk and I feel just peaceful. You cannot describe it. I just feel peaceful. But also why I believe, if you look the big pictures, yeah, this is the world. There is the space. And there is the water. And how many % of the water have been explored? I think simply, if we think in biology, it's quite egoistic to think there is us and nothing more. How many dogs kind we have, yeah, in the world? How many animal kinds? They keep discovering. Some animals disappear. The new animals being discovered. So from that point of view, I'm sure there is something living in the space. There is something living under the water. I know many people gonna criticize me, but I believe it. But all those fairy tales, I believe, also didn't come from nothing.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I think there was some trigger to create. I mean, of course, there is fantasy, but fantasy was always leading by something.
Yeah, but since when you have this kind of thinking then?
Actually, since I remember myself, I was very criticized as we talk Soviet Union and in school, for example. I was always very imaginative, very babblish, and they didn't like it in my school because the program is still Soviet Union kind of program.
Oh.
Point actually again why I like to be here, because this is something you can share in here. You know,
Yes.
if people I can actually talk about that and they taking quite serious. If I talk something like this in Uzbek, they will say you're cuckoo.
Still in Uzbek, but Uzbek is already, religions already enter Uzbek, right?
Uzbek considered as a Muslim country, but of course Soviet Union affected. So basically Islam is getting back now, just few years. Because previous
Okay.
and he was also quite controlling the religion. He don't allow the woman wear the hijab. They didn't allow the religious tourists to come to Uzbek. So he was really controlling it. So now he's just coming back.
Oh, wow. Interesting. So,
Basically, it was still an unofficial Soviet communism going on.
yeah. I can feel it. So when we talk about Islam in Uzbekistan, it's like, like awkward, right? Kaku.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awkward.
Not smooth, not spiritual. Yeah, okay, I understand.
They always have some way to escape the main rules. Very flexible religion.
Okay. So thank you, Julia, for your sharing experience. This is amazing.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, I believe in it. I believe in Putri Kidul. Wow, it's amazing.
I believe, and I think people, if they believe it or not, for example, I was very surprised when my older brother come to Indonesia. My older brother, I'm from military family, so all including my mom, my auntie, they all was in the military, and my brother also, and he's very strict and very like straight to the point. So when he came here and we went Jogja, I bring him to Jogja, I was very surprised that whatever his beliefs were, every temple he entered, he was kind of appreciated, like from the heart, said, ask the permit. When we come to the South Sea, I told him the story before he swim. He also showed the appreciation. That was a very surprise for me, knowing my brother, you know.
Yeah.
It's actually how people should treat it. It doesn't matter, you believe it or not, but you should appreciate other people's beliefs. And it's related to any religion, traditional. You cannot push someone to believe something they don't ready. If they don't want to believe, it's their choice. But as long as we respect each other and appreciate.
Wow. Thank you for your sharing. Wow, this is a new experience for me to know Uzbek people, Uzbek, how they treat their people there. Wow.
Yeah, but I
Interesting.
don't want to give anyone negative mind, because last couple years when I come back there, it's very peaceful now. I mean, I was really happy to see Uzbek and Russian hang out together and respect each other. So I don't blame them for that time also, because their family was going through some struggle. They couldn't speak Uzbek language during the Soviet Union. They couldn't believe what they want to believe. So I don't want to blame them before, but I'm very happy for before, and I'm very happy that now it's like so peaceful.
So peaceful. Okay. I have to go there someday. I have some friends already there.
Yeah, it's beautiful and food is amazing.
Oh.
It's cheap for now.
Oh.
It's getting expensive slowly, but since it's just open for tourists, so the price is still quite
reasonable. Okay. Thank you so much, Julia.
Thank you so much.
Should meet you in Jogja or
Yes.
some street in Malioboro.
Yes. but mostly I'm running to the wild
Thank
or
you.
temples.
Oh, temples. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Good night.